What's up, guys? Panther here, and we are bringing you our APA Week 10 battle against Emvee and the San Diego Chimchargers. So, my apologies for the tardy upload, guys. We actually did not end up playing until last night, so that is why it is late as of today. Emvee has a very terrifying team. He is sitting at 6-3, I want to say right now currently, and is having a very good season. He is, I think, 4th or maybe 5th in the league overall. Right now, we're, I think, maybe 3rd. These last 3 games are definitely important for clinching playoffs, of course. We have not clinched yet, so I definitely do not want to put all my eggs in that basket. But, you know, both myself and Emvee are looking to be playoff bound here at this point. So, this match is definitely important for seeding if it does come down to that. We are doing top 8 into playoffs, so yeah. Emvee has a very terrifying team. He came off a good victory last week against Jolt and his Kansas City Draw Chiefs. So he's got a pretty terrifying team. He did not bring the Ponyta, which is pretty understandable because I have some pretty good checks to it in Chinchou and Tyrant. So here on my team, we have Sash Abra, of course. Sash Abra is just so reliable week in and week out. I have a Berry Juice Chinchou, a Defensive Fungus Scarf, Starly, Berry Juice, Dragon Dance Tyrant, and then Eviolite Sandshrew. So just looking at Emvee's team here, the Staryu is particularly terrifying for me just because all the coverage it gets. It's really hard to switch into. But looking at his team, I really figured that Chinchou would be a pretty good lead against Emvee's team. And of course, Emvee doesn't know my Chinchou set, so he could very well, I could end up being scarfed for all he knows. So I really figured like the Golett lead was pretty likely in that case. So we're going to go ahead and lead with our Sandshrew, predicting him to lead with the Golett. And just kind of see how things turn out here. I do want to have the opportunity to get my Stealth Rocks up, so potentially if he leads like the Krogunk or even the Tailo, I'll just go ahead and get my Rocks up turn 1 probably. If he leads Golett, I'm probably just going to knock it off because that thing with the Eviolite is a pretty good check to my Tyrant, and I want to eliminate it if that is the case. So we're just going to go ahead and fire off the knockoff. And as the damage is going down, we already know that it's not Eviolite, so he does pop the Focus Sash, and I figured he'd probably just get his Rocks up, but also going for that Ice Punch there is also a good play because it gets some good damage off on Sandshrew. That tells me that he's adamant also. So we're going to be playing this game without Rocks on his side of the field, or him getting to set up Rocks on my side of the field is more what I meant there. So that's always very good. So in comes the Staryu, very scary now, and I'm really went back and forth on what to switch in exactly. I don't have a good switch into this period. So I figured if he is Life Orb, he's going to pop my Berry Juice here, and I would be in good shape. But he drops my Special Defense there, and that ends up really not mattering here because Emvee's just going to go ahead and pop that Psyche MZ, and that was 100% going to kill him the following turn. Anyways, thought perhaps I could bluff Scarf and scare him out. I was really hoping I would scare him out there. But yeah, he's just going to throw off that big Psyche MZ. And Chinchou is just going to drop here. Such a cool animation for that move. I like how he's like just kind of busting through the mirror almost. But yeah, so now the Staryu's taking care of Chinchou, but a big threat to Emvee's team is going to come out now. Scarf Starly just you know, really mows through his team here. Reckless Brave Bird just does so much damage. So we get rid of the Staryu, and that's pretty huge in my opinion because Staryu, like I said, was just so hard for my team to switch into. So now he goes immediately into Tailo, and what that reveals to me is that he is scarfed. So I'm going to just go ahead and go out into my Tyrant here. And just kind of see what he wants to do. If he wants to lock himself into Boom Burst, I was just going to Berry Juice me back up. I didn't know if he was special or if he was physical at this point. He goes for the Brave Bird, which is actually a little better for me because he's just not going to be clicking Boom Burst versus me. So now it's going to let him be able to switch out. I actually pull the double as well. So he goes into Mime here. I was just trying to catch probably the Chespin there, but I'm like, Mime works too because I'm like, oh, Tailo is a Scarfer now. But actually, joke's on me because he's got double scarf. He's got Mime Jr. scarfed and Tello scarfed. So very, very bad for me now because I've lost a huge offensive threat. And yeah, like I said, very, very bad. So now I know I can go into Tone. I don't want to fire off a Shadow Ball because I know that Tello could just come in and potentially take that if you wanted to risk it. So I'm just going to go straight for the Psychic. And that's going to be enough to 2-hit KO this Chespin. We get the Spidef drop there, so it really, you know, we know we can 2-hit KO the Chespin now, regardless. So that's what we're just going to do. We're going to go ahead and just knock it out there. And Abra claims a life here, so Abra is finally getting back into things, so to speak. But now this allows him just to go out into the Tello here. So now I'm just going to go out into Sandshrew. I'm just really just planning on sacking off Sandshrew here at this point. I don't know what he wants to do. I didn't know if he wanted to make an aggressive double there if I went out into Tyrant. Mime is really the terrifying one for my team to have to deal with because I don't have a Psychic immunity. I really probably should have brought Beldwin this match because Mime just really rolled through me. But now that I know that he's locked into the Psychic again, I'm just going to go on to Abra. I went back and forth with this play for so long. I almost clicked Psychic again, but I figured he wouldn't risk it after the play that I made last time. But he makes a good big balls play, goes right out into Tello, and yeah, you can see that doesn't affect Tello, which is why I didn't click it the first time. I do have the Protect just for like fake out like on the Krogunk and stuff like that. But so now I know he's going to go ahead and lock himself into U-turn. I take this chance to go ahead and go into my Tyrant, however, because that's going to give me my Berry Juice and get me right back up to Sturdy. So that is that's very good because now I know I can live at least one hit, and since we're kind of playing without rocks now, I know I'll be in pretty decent shape if it comes down to it. So then comes the Krogunk. And I'm going to go right out into my Fungus because Fungus really shuts this thing down. I do have HP Psychic on it to help me deal with it. So, yeah. Drain Punch, as you can see, is not going to be doing much. It does get access to Knockoff. And Knockoff plus, like, Gunk Shot's going to hurt. But Aber just comes in and revenges after that regardless. So he's going to knock me off here. But it's going to be incredibly hard for me to play around these Choice Scarfers for the rest of this match. I can already tell. So we're just going to go ahead and fire off the Psychic as I Spore on this turn. I really figured he would make the play and probably go into Mime there, but he really had no reason not to. So now he's going to make the play and go into Mime as I just HP Psychic again. I think I HP Psychic. I played around with clicking Clear Smog there, but I ended up not, obviously. That wouldn't have made too much difference in the long run, though. So he's just going to fire off into the big Psychic here. And that's going to do it for Fungus. I am forced to go right back out into Tone. And here I'm actually going to click Psychic again, I do believe. I really wish I would have Shadow Balled here at this point, because I felt like if I Shadow Balled, I'd be in much better shape. He may have had the Sucker Punch on the Krogunk, but I would have protected just to kind of scout for that and see. Of course, I don't know his Krogunk set. I believe I do go for the Shadow Ball here though, and I think I do pick off the Krogunk. But now he's broke my Sash, and he knows that. So unfortunately, now that he's broke my Sash, he's going to be able to win this game most likely, no matter what, unless he just, for some reason, like lets me get 2 Dragon Dances up. But that's not going to happen. So I'm going to protect as he goes for the U-turn and makes the smart play. Because if I go into Tyrant, he's going to break Sturdy and then just Psychic me anyways. So he makes the good play. He just clicks U-turn. He is going to knock out my Abra here with that Scarf U-turn from Tello. And yeah, I'm going to be able to bring in my Tyrant here. But he's still going to be in very good shape, because Tyrant's going to be able to kill the Mime, but he is not going to be able to take a Psychic, live on 1, and then outspeed both Scarfers. So that's going to be a good game as Emvee. So he picks up a nice 1-0 victory over us here in Week 10. Really excited, though, that I got to play Emvee. It was a really fun match to play. At the end of the day, that Scarf Mime definitely caught me off guard with on Starly. Man, I wish I would have had Starly around for this match, bringing it in on Krogunk and bringing it in on Chespin, just trying to get some big hits off. But like I said, really fun match. Glad I got the opportunity to play Emvee. So good game to you, man, if you're watching this. But yeah, so we are 7-3 now with a +10 differential. The last 2 games of the season are against Kyle. We are actually playing him this week, so that video should be up on time. We're actually going to have a pretty fun double battle as well. So we're going to bring our little cup mons and bring them to the table with a double type battle. We want to do a triple battle, but apparently they took that out of the game. And then we finish the season with Kurt and his Winnipeg Blue Blastoise. So hopefully we'll be able to pick up both those wins. If not, you know, hopefully that's still enough to make the playoffs at this point, because I feel like we've had a really good season. I've had a lot of fun with Little Cup nonetheless. But yeah, that's going to be it. So 7-3, guys, with 2 games left to play. Going towards playoffs. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully it's enough. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the battle this week. Until next time, that's all I got.